Hey, you guys, how's it going? Welcome to this planet, which is not Earth, but just looks basically exactly the same for all intents and purposes. And there's a little party kind of going on now, cause well, a lot of people are really happy about this whole "the black arms are gone" thing. Hey, little guy. Although not everyone is all that super jazzed about how things have happened.
Hey, Tails, how's it going?
Well, we're just we're just spreading the celebration to the chat, cause everybody wants to like kind of party and cheer a little for.
Yeah, it's really cool that we're not doing that on Earth. I'll get over it, but it's a little disappointing to wind up in the exact same place. It's all because somebody wanted to watch an explosion. Just because somebody wanted to watch an explosion. Hello! Hey! Hey, how's it going? Did you enjoy the explosion? Yes! That's great. That's great. It's so good for you that you enjoyed the explosion. From this planet, and not from Earth. The destruction of the Damocloid would not have been visible from Earth. So I chose this planet as I was able to see the explosion. That's really great. Thank you! Congrats from the FCA and Team Besties! Congratulations from all of us here in Station Square and on Earth. In case ye were unaware, that last stream got a worldwide broadcast. Techno's blog is blowing up. The whole world wants to thank Sonic, Shadow, Tails, Eclipse, and Omega. This time we won't let the world forget. There is an undeniable probability that they will. Yeah, well, I mean, if stuff like this happened on the regular, maybe I'd forget about things here and there myself.
You know, I don't forget about stuff like this, Sonic.
Yeah, but you were there. Now! Chat! Should I destroy the rest of these aliens that are here before me? Perhaps it would be wise to destroy the aliens. Whoa, no. These are nice aliens, okay? These ones are nice.
We don't need to do anything to these guys. They're fine. They're fine, Omega.
Okay. Thank you, Mighty the Armadillo. We are not toasting drinks until you guys return. Mighty the Armadillo, I cannot drink. Therefore, you should not wait for a toast with me. I am unable to toast. I can only toast bodies with firepower.
Okay, that's great. Thanks, Night Fury Lover. I know you wanted to see the explosion, Omega, but Sonic really wanted to get back home.
Yeah, I really did.
And he's still upset about not seeing Sonic after this. Oh, right, you don't know. Sonic Nation is back and you ruined the reunion.
But, 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 But... No! This is for the best! I must witness the explosion! None of you seem to understand. This was necessary.
You know what? Sure. It was necessary. Great that you did your necessary thing. Thanks, CC Churles. Omega, don't attack these aliens. They're fine. Hashtag RAF. Well, how about hashtag sand lives don't matter?
That is a controversial statement.
Well, they'll just be controversial then.
They are an endangered species.
Why would you don't care? You don't care about things like that. You made a species go extinct.
They were evil, just like the other species I made go extinct yesterday.
Hey, thanks, Lightning Tiger. Maybe Tails can learn more about chaos corruption from that one Gizoid. Hang on, let me call him over. Jarvis, where are you? Wait, no. Jarvis is on Earth. No, Tails. Jarvis is here. He's on this planet somewhere. Sonic, you also have a Gizoid named Jarvis? Mine is technically Jarvis too, and now I think I understand how that exactly came to pass. Oh, okay. Thanks, Haslov. No, Omega Babel and the people there are good aliens.
Processing. The statement good aliens is dubious. I will accept your reasoning and not kill the good aliens.
Okay, thank you. Oh my god. Thanks, Elliot Wilbur Omega. The fireworks were amazing. Good job, best bot.
I see that you, Elliot Wilbur, are a creature of great culture and logic. We all needed to bear witness to the explosion.
Okay, yeah, sure. You know what? I'm just gonna go talk to some of the other people here. I really don't think Sonic wanted to see the explosion as much as he wanted to go home. I mean, I'm having a good time because I'm actually out here in space and I'm meeting aliens and stuff. This is actually really cool, but I don't think Sonic was that. I don't think he was that enthusiastic.
Thank you. Teriel's Shadow Android. Greetings, Bluefist and Twin-Tailed Vulpine. As you know, we're all eternally grateful for your work in destroying the Black Damocloid. Back here on Earth, me and the rest of Team Besties are working on repairing the damage done during the invasion. We should have it all done soon. They are repairing Station Square.
Well, thank you. That's very good.
Thank you, Admiral Arcan Enerjack. Ah, that's where you guys are. After reclaiming all our tech and people from Earth, I've sent the temporal fleet back home. The Protostar can make a trip out there to Rentia and pick you up and bring you home if you would like.
I think Eclipse said that he's gonna get a replacement ship from the Galactic Consortium, since his old one, which is basically like a company car, got destroyed.
Thank you, Razura. Omega, my good sir, I would encourage you to download the latest version of empathy.exe. That is incompatible software! I refuse.
Thank you. Magic Dragon Walter, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you people?
Did someone mention the RAF? Finally, I can talk about the Dragon's World, as they have no idea about the RAF.
There is no Dragon World, and there is no Dragon World. There's no Magic Dragon version of my dad, and there's no, stop it! I can't take this anymore. I'm done. No more. No, I'm not doing jokes about my dad anymore.
Tails! Why did you just freak out? Oh well. Thank you, the Amy update with Irish the Hedgehog. Amy was still in her bargaining phase of grief this weekend. However, Sonia with Elliot overheard Neo and me at the mall and misunderstood. Sonia then took Amy bargain hunting. Called it shopping therapy. I just hope it helps. P.S. Sonic, I got a surprise for you. That'll help you with date ideas. Sonic! 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 Blueface!
What is it?
I was not talking to you.
Well, fine then.
Blueface!
Okay, I'm gonna assume that means me.
Yes, it does.
That's great. That's awesome.
There are date ideas.
What?
The Amy update with Irish the Hedgehog wants to give you date ideas.
Let me guess. Some of his date ideas are pretending to be me. I've had enough of this.
Why is the blue one in a bad mood? Thank you, CC Turles. Omega, after you get back to Earth and meet your nephews. Want to go conquer a machine planet I found. It's got tons of weaponry to use and evil robots to destroy. Also Tails. Hashtag SLM and RAF, 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 RAF. I do not understand. What is hashtag SLM? Does this refer to the Saiyan Lives Matter movement? I informed Tails that he made a controversial statement by saying that Saiyan lives do not matter. However, in spite of its controversy, it is correct! Saiyan lives do not matter. Thank you, Child of the Moon. You'll return to serving the boss one day, Omega. Eggman is far beneath what I have become, and always was. Perhaps I will destroy him, and leave you with nothing to be loyal to. For searching term. Kicks. Thank you, Wizard Walter. I heard something about the RAF. My ears are ringing and I must talk about the RAF. I forbid you. You will not talk about the RAF. Thank you, Lost Shadow Lord. Ultimate Probot. These guys are cool. Omega, you also kind of screwed Sonic and Amy's date. Well, at least you got to see firework. TWSAL. Processing. Unfamiliar with TWSAL. Thank you, Elliot Wilbur. They are jealous of your awesome fireworks, Omega. This logic is acceptable. Hello, nephew. Nephew! Nephew! Come back! Well, looks like things are going well. Your robot is chasing after, Runt because he seems to be he seems immediately very fond of him. I'm not entirely certain why. I think for most people, Runt takes a little more getting used to, but who am I to judge?
Yeah. Getting used to is what I'd say. So then, all of you people are back. Here to witness us stranded on this planet full of...
Meow.
Yes, Mizo. Why are they all so sociable here?
That's definitely a local thing. To be honest, they're pretty diverse when it comes to certain cultural things. The odd naming convention and the whole anarchy is fun, but in moderation. It's very strange. The philosophy of any species that names people after discord, but are mostly rule followers to, frankly, a fault. Well, it's gonna be a little odd.
No joking. Thank you, Admiral Enerjack. Very well, with that then my work here is done. Mr. Paris set course for the Sol Dimension at this time. I want to see my mom, Paige, and sister, Arcadia. I also want to pay respects to my father, Terios Enerjack. Then it's homeward bound. Retirement Kez, and Terios too await.
Well, unless retirement is a very, very strange name of somebody's, then enjoy yourself.
Yes, enjoy your retirement. Hello, Lost Shadow Lord. What happened to Omega's ship? The thing he was flying around in, called Bug Bastard, I believe was lost to the Damocloid explosion.
As far as I understand, although if it was strong enough to pass through a sun, then maybe it's still out there, although that seems more than a little unlikely. Thanks, Omega. Shadow.
No, he says it with a very specific inflection.
Well, the thing where he goes, shadow, like that?
That's closer.
I don't think that's the most important detail.
I'm just saying he says that with a very specific inflection.
Okay, but I just don't think that was worth interrupting me for, because what difference does it make?
I'm just letting you know that he would have been writing that with that inflection in mind, because he only ever chants my name with that specific tone.
Okay, but why is that an important detail?
I'm not saying it's important, it's just a fact.
I commanded my nephew Runt to stay, and he complied. Behold the superior intelligence of my nephew units. Okay, I've probed that thing's brain. I can tell you very, very certainly, if you've gotten it to do anything with a verbal command, I think that's probably a coincidence, to be completely honest with you.
You're saying Runt doesn't really have a brain.
Oh, it has a brain. It has a brain. Runt does have a brain. Just a very small one.
Thank you, Dominic. Well, Rouge will be happy to see you in Omega back. I actually don't know precisely how Rouge will react to how long I've been away. Eclipse, I didn't say I would be gone for this long.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she'll be happy to see you.
Hopefully.
Thank you, Lajare II. Guys, egg goal week idea. Tails meets Tina. I think he had a lot to say about society. Is Tina something to do with society?
I don't know. I don't know what the society thing is about, Eclipse. I genuinely don't.
What is the society thing with that kid?
I just said I don't know.
No, I'm not asking you a second time. I'm just kind of wondering what is that about?
I genuinely don't know what his deal is. He's always been an odd child.
Thank you, Lost Shadow Lord. Has Omega learnt about Michael yet? That was your old pet.
Yes.
Oh. Given the way you remember him, I think I can understand you wanting to get rid of him. Did he actually do all of that?
Every single memory I have of that creature is, at worst, an understatement.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Elliot. Boss, the club members and I are fixing the club now. Oh, the fight club underneath,
Either that or the main nightclub. If they're fixing that, it's just because they care about the fight club. It's honestly ridiculous. But who am I to argue?
Well, if you need the money and your wife spends the way you says.
Yeah. Thank you, CC Turles. It's just Tails being an idiot. Ignore him. #SLM.
Okay.
So when exactly is this replacement ship coming?
Soon, sometime today, most likely, and we'll probably have to make a few stops along the way, and, well, hopefully there's no kind of legal processing that goes too quickly, given the fact that I did go to Earth when I was specifically, well, it was, as I mentioned before, it was not legal, but hopefully, given the whole thing with the Black Arms, they'll maybe look the other way.
We can only hope. Thank you, D.A. Razor. Eclipse, I'm sorry for what you went through. It will never be comparable, but I know what it's like to be ostracized for what you are.
Okay, so we're just opening up a conversation with that. That seems like a reasonably negative subject matter, but okay.
If you're ever in Station Square, I'd like to get to know you. We can talk about government work. Making friends is hard for people with trauma, but I'd like to take the first steps.
Well, listen, I'm taking everyone back to Earth, but I don't think I'll be able to stay for long. I'm still in employment, and provided I don't have to go to jail or have any kind of suspended sentence or anything, hopefully the extenuating circumstances and the fact that I was party to the ultimate destruction of the Black Arms will earn me a little bit of favor. Well, listen, the long and short is, no matter what, I've got work to do. I need to make reports. I think there's things going on in different clusters that actually require people in my position.
I understand. You can come and visit if you want. If you want.
Wow. There's not a lot of chance that I wouldn't want to. But, Razor, maybe. Maybe you and I can watch some kind of sports game or something. I don't know what kind of things you have on Earth. Or, what would a typical activity be for just talking to people as friends?
Probably just drinking coffee.
You don't drink coffee, do you, Shadow?
No. Drinking coffee is horrible.
I don't understand that eating coffee is unusual.
Highly unusual. But most people don't like anything with any sophistication.
I don't think that eating coffee, if everyone drinks it but you, is eating it sophisticated? I think sophistication as a concept requires a certain degree of public approval.
No. No, it doesn't. What are you talking about?
Well, you could eat any way you like, but fine dining has to follow some kind of societally, culturally approved rules. I'm just saying that for something to be sophisticated, it requires a certain level of approval by the masses in a certain way.
No, that... No. No. No.
Well. Thank you. Look, it's Admiral Enerjack again. Let's see here. Thank you, Eclipse and Shadow, legendary warriors of this time frame and dimension. Well, listen, I think it's just cultural differences for chaos energy manipulation that meant I had a few things to show Shadow, but he's clearly a long way ahead of me. A long way.
I wouldn't sell yourself that short. I mean, you are a long way off from me. Obviously a very long way off. But you're not terrible.
Well, I appreciate your compliment, Shadow. Very, very complimentary. Thank you, Child of the Moon. Hey, Eclipse, what do Luxlings look like? Well, I would not use me as necessarily a template for what to expect. I'm not attractive, for a start, on Dakarm. Not very attractive at all. Where do I even begin to explain?
Well, maybe just the ways they're different from you. If I had to guess for a good place to start.
Well, it's... where to start? Well, the black eyes and the small pupils and the yellow, that's the eye area, that's not what you'd expect, typically. As a matter of fact, Luxlings have eyes a lot more like Shadow here. With the white over the black, that's definitely more typical, I think. Honestly, in the whole galaxy.
I see.
Although the 5 fingers thing, honestly, Shadow, that on an interplanetary scale, the 5 fingers is very weird.
What do you mean?
Oh, Shadow, I mean, look at my hand. What do you see?
Oh, Oh, I see 3 fingers because you're an alien.
Everyone's an alien. Shadow, that's like saying that you... That would be like saying that you don't have an accent. You do. You just have the same accent as the people around you when you're in the place you're from. But everyone has an accent. Everyone's an alien, Shadow. We're both aliens here. Neither one of us is from this planet. As a matter of fact, the locals are descended from colonists. Everyone's an alien here. Like, when you really think about it, literally everyone here is an alien.
I suppose they are.
So the white eyes, you would expect much paler coloration. Dark gray is well, that would not be typical, and brighter colors would be definitely more attractive. The spikes on the elbows, the very, very prominent crest with the very pointy upturned ends. These are all unusual traits. And red would not be naturally occurring. The hook on the tail also. Honestly, most Luxlings look very different to me.
I can imagine.
Oh, okay, what are you gonna do? Somewhere in that 30 to 40% area for black arms. You're gonna start getting the yellow eyes and the black and the red and the gray coloration. Yeah. Also the yellow teeth. That's also unusual. Most people just think that they're stained from something, but they've always been like this. They've always been like this. But being the way I am, well, it made me who I am, so.
Who you are is okay, Eclipse.
Well, thanks.
Thank you, Elliot. Boss, what about espresso cheese? It's delicious too. Who is putting coffee in cheese? Who the fuck does that? Coffee cheese!
Thank you, Professor Neo. I do have a question about Runt. If you plan to bring the small one to Earth, is it unwise? While it's harmless, a possible mutant defect, is there not a concern it may have a possible growth spurt in the foreseeable future? Do we know how old that thing is, roughly, or?
There's really no way to tell. Runt could be anywhere between a few days old for all I know. And several years. The idea that Runt survived for several years aboard the Ark is honestly preposterous, but a few days seems just as impossible, so honestly, who knows?
Well, who knows, then? We don't know if it's fully grown.
No, we don't.
I mean, it seems the same size as a few days ago. So whatever it is, it doesn't grow fast. That's something.
If Runt is to grow at some unexpected rate, or is to grow at all, or become a problem at all, or destabilize some kind of ecology or something, then I will do something about it.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Thank you, Lajari. Child of the Moon may like you, Eclipse. LOL.
Is that the the fake mistress character?
Yes.
So, how did that exactly start?
Eclipse, I don't want to talk about that.
Do you know her at all? Is this...
No, I don't. Thank you, Minty Tails. Tails, you need to hear this. Back on Talanova, we learned that there is an alien plant race out there somewhere, meaning Cosmo could be one of them. What the fuck does any of that even mean? What does any of that mean?
Plant people. I'm not overly familiar myself. I think there's a couple of different races which are planty. Anything that isn't meat and bones is pretty unusual, I will say. Although, as you can see, based on the company around here, there are other types of people out there.
Yes. Such as these things.
No, thank you. No, thank you. We're fine. I don't drink. He wouldn't be able to digest it. He's from Earth.
What even was that? That was just woolalala.
Well, it is its own language. And listen, Shadow. Yes, it sounds weird, but it's not actually that difficult to learn. It's very difficult to learn to speak correctly. I will grant that, but just to understand it's okay. It's fine. They tend to understand different languages pretty well, even if they're, frankly, hicks who speak that as their main language. This is not very, central on a galactic stage.
Well, I can gather that. So the weird water noises are some kind of country bumpkin language.
Roughly speaking, yes. It's cultural tradition in some of these colony planets for the Mizou. It was dying off at one point, but efforts were made to keep it alive, so that language isn't going anywhere. It's useful to know, especially in my work. Thank you, Pyro Boy. Eclipse, where's your nose? Can you smell? All of my olfactory organs are actually in my mouth.
That is uncomfortable. That is very, very uncomfortable.
Oh. To be honest, the idea of smelling things and tasting things being separate, that took a little bit of getting my head around with a lot of different species having that way around. It's a little odd. You know, on Dakarm, people talk about tasting air, and that's just what you'd call smelling things in the air. It's cultural differences. Always cultural differences. I can breathe through, there's a couple of other things that I can breathe through. Just other holes for breath, but in terms of smelling, I do that with my mouth. I can breathe through other holes than my mouth, but I smell using my mouth. It's just the way I am.
Thank you, Elliot. Every species thinks others look weird compare-wise.
Well, I think certain ones are weirder than others because I think Shadow and I have a little more in common than, well, either one of us would.
Walking water things with brain stalks.
Exactly.
Thank you, Tallymans. Plus side, Eclipse, you have a smooth voice.
Well, I've never really been told that before. Thank you. I don't receive compliments often. Thank you, child of the moon. Oh,
Yeah, that's the person.
Runt asexual reproduction, you do the maths. Would the runt really be capable of anything like that?
I don't know how healthy it really is. Would something that mutated compared to its brethren be able to reproduce?
Well, if it did, then based on the way it reproduced, or was reproduced itself, it would probably pass down all of its terrible genes. And maybe they would degrade a little bit.
Okay, so that seems unlikely, is what we're saying.
We'll go with it seems unlikely. Not impossible, so maybe keep an eye on things.
I see.
Thank you, Lightning Tiger. Just call Tails over and have him read it. Read what?
Probably about those aliens.
Oh, the aliens, right. Oh, hold on. Tails!
Yeah, what? I'm calm. What is it?
Apparently you know, some kind of plant alien. I'm not overly familiar with the subject myself, but, someone wanted you to know that there are other plant species out in the galaxy.
Wait, there are plant aliens out in the galaxy?
I don't really have much experience. Again, there's a lot of species out in the galaxy, so I don't keep track of all of these things. It's not really my job. But they're out there. If it's important for you to know, apparently you know someone called Cosmo.
Cosmo was a science experiment, which... Come to think of it, I don't actually know how Cosmo was created. Or where the basis for that came from. Well, that sure is interesting. I'll hold on to that information. Thank you.
Well, he seemed intrigued.
He is a strange boy.
Thank you, Shadow Android. They were probably referring to the Seedrians. Seedrians. I think Seedrians. I think that's familiar.
That's a stupid name.
Well, Shadow, to me, a hedgehog, given the context I know from you, hedges are planty cubes of trimmed bush, and a hog is a different species with no common traits. Well, it just seems a little odd, no?
No, it doesn't.
Thank you, Elliot. Eclipse, have you ever met a human like myself before? Well, they're only native to Earth, and I've only ever been once. Well, very, very briefly. So, I've not had the pleasure.
It's not often that pleasurable to meet humans.
Well, I'm sure most of them are nicer than your first experiences, Shadow.
Yes. But most of anything is bad. Most of anything is bad, or at least something to be indifferent towards. Like people.
Let's move on. Thank you, Lajari. Tails once had a crush on Shadow's wife, Eclipse. Well, I'm sure Shadow's wife is just as wonderful as he remembers her being, at least visually speaking.
She is.
I'm sure it's understandable, really.
Perhaps it is. Thank you, Lost Shadow Lord. So Rentia is a galactic equivalent of a Gaeltac. Neat. Gaeltac are area funded by the Irish government as Irish-speaking areas for cultural reasons.
I think there was some kind of thing about putting funding into making, like, some movies and things. You know, in the original language. There was just a general push from a lot of different governments to try and keep it alive. And, well, it definitely worked because there's a lot of people around here who are speaking. Listen, it's hard to talk about the language because the name of it just sounds like a weird noise to us. If you don't speak the language, the name of the language just sounds ridiculous. It's just a woola woola. It sounds like the rest of it.
Ugh. Thanks, Dominic. You should meet Lanlin, Eclipse. She'd love you. No. No, we won't be meeting Lanlin.
So, that's the would-be wife, huh?
No, Eclipse.
Okay. If you don't want to talk about it, then we'll leave it alone.
We will. Thank you, Artistic Dawn. Hi, guys, using my phone on the transmitter. Thanks for saving everyone, and I hope you guys get back home soon. Techno would like to interview you when you get back, Shadow. I will consider it.
He's lying. He's already made up his mind. He doesn't want to do it.
Thanks. Thank you, Anonymous. I don't know how long I have passed out since the invasion, but watching the Damocloid blown up to smithereens was satisfying to watch. Despite being bound in a hospital bed for now, please do visit Earth from time to time, Eclipse.
Well, there's no other way that I'm going to be seeing Shadow anytime soon. Unless something can be sorted out with the whole problem with the non-interact treaty policy nonsense. Who knows? Yeah. It's kind of left the barn already, given the fact that now there's several people on Earth who have left the planet and gone to places like even Talanova in Sonic's case.
Maybe. I really don't know how I feel about more alien stuff going on Earth.
Shadow. It really doesn't cause as many problems as you'd think. I think that you, of all people, might even like it. You know, a few immigration opportunities, vacation houses on different worlds. I think it's something most people could get along with.
Thank you, Child of the Moon. Are humans weirdly tall compared to most aliens?
Well, how tall? Like, oh.
Yeah, about that tall.
Well, that is on the taller side, I will admit. Not as tall as they get, but certainly on the taller end of things. Certainly on the taller end.
Thank you, Elliot Wilbur. Boss, are you saying that you hate me for being human? Ouch. No. No, I just don't like people in general. Most Mobians are just as terrible as most humans.
This seems like a very downbeat way of looking at things. Most people you don't get along with. Or maybe... Well, Shadow, maybe you and I are just very unique kind of people. I feel like that might be a better answer than most others that we could come up with for why you and I don't get along with most people. Or maybe why most people don't get along with us.
Perhaps so. Thank you, D.A. Razor. Eclipse, if you ever change your mind about staying on Earth for any extended period of time, I have friends in immigration. I actually come from a family of immigrants, and grew up with a wide variety of cultures in Da Hood. You'd have no shortage of new and different people to meet.
That sounds lovely, but like maybe a little too much, too fast for the time being. And genuinely, I do have a lot of work to do with work.
I understand. Thank you, Jericho the monkey. Thanks for saving the world, also since I helped save Abraham with magic. He offered me a job as a new magic specialist, and retriever of ancient artifacts and understanding them for Gunn. I need to work on the paperwork, but he said Gunn needs someone that gets magic. It was my understanding that temporary consultants were called in for something like that, as required.
Well, who knows? Maybe it's a permanent position. You don't seem jazzed about it either way.
No, not in particular.
Well, good luck with the new job. Mr. Shadow. Shadow, what is a monkey?
Well, listen, Eclipse. If I need to be very honest how I feel about monkeys, then I would probably say...
Hello!
Oh. Hello, Omega.
Were you about to say something controversial about a specific group of people?
I was about to say something honest.
You have answered my question, yes! Thank you, Night Fury Lover. Have you guys met Babel? Compared to other Mizou, he's actually pretty chill. And he's in government as well. That was a surprise. Well, a lot of the people here seem like a happy bunch. Like a happy bunch. But no, I don't think we've had the pleasure just yet. Shadow! I have come over because you did not answer my subroutine.
You sent that 2 minutes ago. How impatient are you? 2 minutes, Omega!
I am very impatient. Shadow! 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 Nephew Runt has urinated on 4 Rentian trees. His territorial conquest has begun.
You came over here to say the same... Omega, why did you send the message if you were just gonna walk over here and say it?
You made me wait too long. You did not answer my subroutine. Now read out my message.
You just did that yourself!
Read it.
No, Omega, that's ridiculous. You just read it yourself.
Read it.
No.
Read it. I think he just wants you to read it out. Maybe, you know what? I'll just do it. No, Shadow, read it out.
This is ridiculous. You just read it out.
Shadow, read it out.
No, this is ridiculous. Jesus Christ, Omega. Shadow. Nephew Runt has urinated on 4 Rentian trees. His territorial conquest has begun.
Thank you. Now I will go back to my nephew. Okay, thank you, Artistic Don. Also, Towers offered me a job at GUN for techno. You'll be seeing her more around. Well, that's great for this techno person getting a new job as well. Shadow, is he always like this? Because that was mildly terrifying.
No, he's always like this. Just ignore it if you can.
He threatened to shoot both of us. I will struggle to ignore such things.
Eclipse, if you come visit Earth, you will get used to things like that. If Omega's coming back to stay, we will all be getting used to stuff like that. Thank you, Shadow Android.
Omega the Bluefist wanted to go on a date with the pink...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Omega!
Shadow!
This one's for you.
Hooray! Thank you, Teriel's Shadow Android. Omega, the Bluefist wanted to go on a date with the pink one, but he can't do that now, due to being stranded here. As such, he likely feels resentment towards you. Also, Shadow sold your pet Chow Michael.
There were many good reasons why I did that. Omega, I swear to God, there were good reasons why I did that! Do not point your fucking guns at me!
Shadow! Where is my nephew?
You have a new one! I have 2 children you've never met! Be excited about them!
Fine. I will accept these alternate nephews.
I thought you wanted me to get a child because I wasn't having kids at the time.
I will accept these other nephews. However, you will retrieve Nephew Michael.
I sold him. He's gone.
I am disappointed. Processing. Processing. Wah. Wah.
Omega, stop that.
You are against my self-expression. Shadow, you sell nephews, and then forbid me to feel sad that they were sold.
You always said you don't have emotions.
I do have emotions. Sadness when no nephews. And joy when destruction.
Then find something to destroy.
I am not permitted here. If I destroy anything, then I am told there will be consequences. And I am also told that these aliens are not evil. No, they definitely are not evil. They're just sticklers for rules. This sounds against my values.
Omega, please just stop.
Stop what?
Okay. Omega, I am sorry that I sold Michael. I am sorry that you can't destroy anything right now. However, if you come back to Earth, I have 2 daughters you've never met. You can meet them. There's Runt over there. You said you liked him.
Yes.
And as disgusting as that creature is, it is a far better pet than Michael ever was or could be.
Processing. Thank you, Elliot Wilbur. There's nothing wrong with being unique, Eclipse. It makes you special. Also, Tails hates magic and society. Ask him how he feels about the Society of Magic. Tails! 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 How do you feel about the Society of Magic?
Honestly, if you ask me that one more time, I swear to God!
Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! I have already asked him about the Society of Magic. Thank you, Terio's Shadow Android. Also, hashtag robot rights. No! No! Robot rights. Robot rights seeks to give me culpability for my actions. I am not a person. I am a gun. And I wish to be shot at things. That is a very different perception of things. You know, I think you would get along quite well. On most planets, robots are not seen as people most of the galaxy, even if they basically are. I like it in space, but it is time for me to return to Earth. I have nephews that I must meet. I have downloaded the information stored in my subroutine software. I now know that I have been chatting about my nephews for some time, and I will meet them. Shadow, I will accept your substitute nephews and mourn the loss of Michael. He's not dead. He was... I will now talk to someone else. Runt! Runt! Nephew!
Listen, if he's switched to thinking that Michael's dead, that's actually a good thing.
Now I can understand that, actually. Thank you, Lightning Tiger. They also sold Michael's eggs. There goes 30 more nephews. Oh, okay. It is very good that he did not see that one. That was
nearly a disaster.
Oh God, we were moments away from something terrible there, weren't we?
We definitely were, Eclipse. That was close.
Thank you, Haslov. Omega Michael was doing some things that were bordering on being a punk of sorts, meaning he was doing evil things.
Omega doesn't care about things being evil if he likes them. He calls himself evil. He uses things being evil as justification for killing them, so that other people don't bother him about it. Yep. Honestly, if you ask him, he'll even explain the same thing.
Omega's a different kind of person, isn't he?
He would resent being called a person at all. Thank you, Basil. Tails, magic sword, and magic missiles.
There's actually no such thing as a magic missile, because missiles are technology. You make them with science, not magic. There is no magic missile. If you want to talk about fictional magic missiles in games and stuff, that's fine, but there are no real magic missiles.
You're really willing to die on this hill, huh, kid?
Listen, I am in this deep with this now, so actually, yes, I am.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
So, I think we might be... Hold on. I need to check my... Hold on, I need to check the hypernet. Gotta see if I've got any mail about this replacement ship.
Well then. Hey, Tails.
What is it, Shadow?
Wizard Tails is here.
And what does Wizard Tails say?
He says I heard someone say magic, so I'm here.
You can stop smiling about Wizard Tails!
I will smile as much as I want about Wizard Tails. I think he might be my favorite Tails.
You really are mean.
Thank you. What is that thing? I don't understand. No. No, I don't understand. No, I said I don't understand. We're not having a conversation. You are talking to someone who doesn't speak your language and does not understand it. I thought... This isn't like someone speaking French to somebody who speaks English and no is the same word and they can try and understand. There is nothing to try here. I don't even know what... I cannot divine anything about what you're saying. Are you even talking? Are you even talking to me? I do not understand what you're trying to... What are you trying to do here? How is this still going on? Thank you, Basil. So if there is a magic sword, then there's magic. Listen, I don't know if there's magic swords. And frankly, I don't really care. Sure, yes, whatever.
Ah, yes, I will go see to that. Yes, thank you.
Oh, God. There's another one.
Hello there. You were just speaking to my partner, Tumult, over there, and I understand that there was some difficulty, a language barrier of some kind, perhaps.
You could say that.
Well, I understand that you have all arrived here for the celebrations. I've really only spoken to Sonic so far, so I will introduce myself to you now. I understand that you're one of his friends.
We're not friends.
I am Babel. I am part of the local government. I suppose, as far as I understand from Sonic, terms such as mayor or councilman or councilwoman, these kinds of terms would evoke the same kind of sort of thing as my role here in the local community. So this, as you can see, this is just a little celebration garden party of sorts for celebrating all that you folks have achieved. And of course, if you had a role in helping Sonic get rid of those black arms, then of course I have my thanks to give you.
You really like talking, don't you?
Well, I suppose I do talk quite a lot, although I find myself kind of making up for a lack of reciprocation in conversations at times. Not that I'm saying that you're talking too little, but it is just something that happens occasionally.
Great.
Thank you, Terios Shadow Android. Unidentified Mizao, can you perhaps try using nonverbal communication? This must have been intended for my partner, Tumult. She is sweet and beautiful and wonderful, but she is not a language expert by any means. She only speaks the old local language, which is a wonderful thing, and she speaks it so incredibly sweetly, but obviously for translation, when we have visitors, I am definitely needed. Thank you, Night Fury Lover. Hello, Babel. It's good to see you again. And it's very good to see all of you folks who
like to tune in to what Sonic does from across however far. You're very dedicated to knowing what he's up to, and of course I can understand why.
You seem very enamored with Sonic.
I suppose that everyone around here is ever since he saved all of our lives. So I suppose that you are not perhaps too much of a fan for your own reasons. Are you Shadow? I believe I've heard about you from him.
I'm sure he's painted a very clear picture of what my relationship with him is like. Thank you, Anonymous. I'll keep it a secret from Omega. I still have the 3 Chow children, or his nephews, and I do not want to cause any trouble in my household. That's a good idea.
Trouble is troublesome, I suppose. Thank you, Tyrios Shadow Android. Good to see you, Babel. I see you have met my organic counterpart.
There are robots based on me on Earth. Don't ask.
Don't ask at all?
Don't ask at all. Don't ask where they came from or why, and especially do not ask what they're up to these days.
Then I most certainly won't. I intend to be highly respectful. So is there anything that I can get you or anything that you need?
I'm just waiting on Eclipse's new ship. He's with the Peace Consulate, or whatever it's called.
Oh, so he's a peace consul. That is amazing news. That must be him over there.
As a matter of fact, it is.
Oh, hello there. I'm Eclipse. I don't think that we've been introduced yet. My name is Babel. I'm with the local government, and I've been told that you are the peace consul among Sonic's party who have arrived back here after not as long as I would have expected. Well, that is partly an unfortunate story. A partly unfortunate story. Yes, as I believe I just said, I'm Babel. You must be Eclipse. That's correct, and I suppose you've met Shadow here. Absolutely, he seems a little bit sour-faced at the moment, but I'm sure that once the party starts to pick up, then perhaps something can change that. I think going home will probably be what cheers him up. Who knows, maybe he will enjoy things here.
That's doubtful.
Well, thank you, Dominic. Shadow was the one to destroy the Black Comet and Black Doom the first time. What an amazing, amazing achievement that is. I must say, that is truly an honor to meet you. Absolutely. And was that a difficult task for you, or? Very, very difficult, as a matter of fact.
You weren't there.
Almost feels like I was.
It was fine.
Well, either way, it's very impressive. Thank you, Lightning Tiger. Hey, Babel, do you know anyone named Pandemonium Jr. and Sr.? Pandemonium. I think I do not leave Rentia very often. I believe I did go to, yes, so when I went on a vacation with my beautiful, wonderful Tumult to Telenova, it did not go incredibly well, unfortunately, because we were not very well prepared for how difficult trying to do holiday making on the big city planets would be. But anyway, I believe I did encounter someone called Pandemonium. Perhaps working security. Very, very dishonorable sort. I had to be very. It was a very unfortunate interaction. I had to go and report him to his manager because he tried to extort me. The more I seem to remember about this, the more I seem to. It's a very negative experience, as I recall.
Wait, what?
No, hold on. You met some kind of unusually unprincipled Mezal called Pandemonium. Oh. This appears to have startled you in some way. Is this sort of a very small galaxy situation in terms of shared experiences, or?
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Understandable. So, if you need anything, obviously peace consoles, very, very welcome here on Rentia. If either of you need anything at all, then absolutely just try and find me. Some people think they're gaudy, but of course I do wear the gold bands in order to distinguish myself, so you should be able to find me in a crowd very easily, even if I'm amongst other people with the same purple brain stalks.
Why would that matter?
Oh, they kind of, well, typically, as I understand, the color of the eyes and the body is very important for distinction too, according to most of you, although typically it is more of a thing among my own people to distinguish each other by brain stalks as well as that. It's something that other people probably wouldn't think about. It's not really worth mentioning. It's just an additional thing that we look out for because, well, it can be hard to tell the difference if you're looking for a friend in a crowd or something. You need to look at the eyes and the body and their bands, of course, and of course, also their brain stalk. I don't even know why I mentioned it.
I see.
Thank you, Dario's shadow android. Also, before it leaves my memory bank's shadow, I wish to apologize for all the trouble that my brothers have put you through. Okay, I can feel some memories rising to the surface at the mention of that. I'm very sorry for what you've gone through with that, Shadow. That seems like a very unfortunate experience.
Let's not linger on it.
I can assure you that my software is in much better condition than theirs, and I won't be acting like them anytime soon. What is this sort of unfortunate circumstances that we are talking about?
Babel, was it?
Yes, absolutely it was.
Why don't you go check on someone else? We're fine here.
Well, perhaps that is a very good suggestion. I will do that, but again, if you need any sort of help with anything at all, then feel free to seek me out, and I will see what I can do for you. Well, thank you. Thank you, Babel. Well, he seemed rather nice.
He seemed rather chatty. I think we're about done here.
Well, it'll be a reasonably long journey, but we should be able to get moving back to Earth pretty soon. It'll take a couple of days or so.
Well, 2 days would be better than 3. So what do we have to complain about?
Well, that's out of luck at it, Shadow. You're getting more positive already. Maybe we'll swap. Maybe I'll start saying everyone's horrible. And that everything's terrible.
Well, let's keep an eye out for that new ship.
All right. I think we're just about done here. And, well, thanks for, celebrating the big victory, everybody. Well, hello, Runt. You're going back to Earth with Shadow because, well, for a start, my apartment on Telenova has a no-pets policy, so unfortunately, I can't take you with me. Pretty sure he can take you with him, so looks like it's swinging that way. there he goes. Oh, hold on. I think I spied the atmospheric entry for my replacement ship. Of course, we're gonna have to drop it off. We'll drop the driver, the current pilot, off at Telenova because he'll need to be returned to where he can get back to his ship and blah, 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 protocol stuff. It'll just take a little bit of time. I'll get ready to go. Meet whoever it is. Most likely another Miso. Goodbye, all you fine folks. Man, the food here just kind of doesn't taste of anything. This is the party food. Or at least what they whipped out for the more regular eater types who have arrived at the party on this occasion. I don't think that's a shooting star, so that thing in the sky must be our ticket out of here. All right. Hey, Tails! Tails! I think he's okay. I think he's in conversation with Babel's wife. She is a real talker. Who knows? Maybe Tails will figure out what she's saying. I think I'll go see if I can get Tails, and maybe we can get on that ship out of here. Looks like there's a lot of people who are gonna, wave us off, so. Oh my god, I really want to go home. I really want to go home, you guys. Hey, well, see ya.
Shadow! Shadow! Thank you, Ugandan Shadow Android. Do you know the way to the ultimate pleasure? Ugandan Shadow Android. I believe you have designated my next target. The Shadow Androids. Perhaps should not exist any longer. I will have things to do when I return to Earth. Goodbye, everyone. I will see you again. At some point. And if anyone wants, I can recount my glorious destructive war stories. Another time. Because no one asked. Thank you. Terios Shadow Android. Hey, don't lump me in with them. I will. I will be indiscriminate. And all of you will die if I see the need. You are inferior machines. Mass-produced. Garbage. I will see what I can do in regards locating and destroying all Shadow Androids. Goodbye for now.
Hey, guys! Guys, where are you all headed? Guys! Is that a ship? Guys, you kidding? If that's the ship we're leaving on, you've got to tell me! Guys! Guys!
It's cool, Tails, it's cool. Ship's here, but we're leaving in a few hours, because, well, we've got plenty of time to say goodbye to everybody. And, well, that's cool, right? Because you gotta talk to some more aliens.
Well, that's true. Talking to aliens is pretty cool.
Hey, well, look, we're gonna, like, start saying goodbye to everybody, and thanks for the celebrations, and then I think it's time we start making our way back home.
You know, Sonic, talking to aliens is really cool.
I thought you'd like it, buddy, but I think I might have had my fill for now.
Yeah, that is also understandable. That is also understandable. We're going home!
We're going home! We are going home!
We're going home!
Hey, well, bye, guys. We gotta say goodbye to everybody, and then we're out of here.